Okay. Two decks. Okay. Solamente dos. Sí. I feel like my lighter is the thing that went flying behind my desk. It was, in fact, the thing that went flying behind my desk. Fine. Should we just jump right in it? One, two, 1, 2, 3, release them. Wow. People gonna stop calling me Uni and start calling me Titi at this rate. I tell you what. It is what it is. Let's hop right in, my dear guest. Hello, hello. It looks like you're chilling and I'm chilling and I'm chilling and you're chilling. So why not come on in here and get this message that was left for you? I know, a little different, but, you know, change is good for you. You know, mixing it up. Don't let people get too familiar with your routine. They'll think they know ya. That's for someone. So first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sweep away all these old, stale energies that aren't necessarily good, not necessarily bad, just kind of in the way. DJ, you are dusty. Oh, that's not dust. That's ash. Oh, man. That's ash and tobacco. Maybe someone's smoking while you listen to this. Maybe you got a nice, maybe someone's from France, or like you're used to France, or maybe you're smoking in France, or you recently called something, because I wanted to call a cigarette the word that people in France call the cigarette. But let's go ahead, let's sweep away all these old stale energies. And while I go ahead and open up this nice, beautiful space that's filling with yummy incense for us, I'm going to go ahead and welcome you to the tent. This is a place for people who enjoy hanging out in the betwixt and between and enjoy peeking beyond the veil and asking silly questions. For funsies, of course. You know, sometimes we peek beyond the veil and we don't even get the chance to ask a silly question. Some answers just come to us, which is what we're here for today. But before I get to that part, I'm going to go ahead and connect myself to this space. I'm going to connect the mirror I'm scrying with to this space and to go around DJ. And then I'm going to connect you to this space. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So today, here at the tent, we have a message from, I guess the only word that I can use to describe it are from masculine fronting death gods, or like masculine strong, death and death related gods, just strong masculine figures came forth. That's going to go under your sigil. Strong masculine figures came forth. I even have a channeled letter for you that we're going to get to after I do your sigil. I know, we're going into it. So let's begin. Don't bite me, DJ. Someone has a pet or a person who enjoys being like right up under you, especially when you're doing tasks. Krigelmeyer? I don't know what that is. That keeps popping up in my head, and I just was like, fine, I'll say it, but I have no clue what that is. There's a Jinn in the energy. Maybe your name is Jinn. Maybe you go by Jinn. Maybe you enjoy drinking gin. Maybe there's a Jinn in your energy field. Maybe is that Arabic? I know it's Middle Eastern. I know that jinns are Middle Eastern. Anyway. Ooh. And they want me to write the stuff. Winter goes and I have no clue what that is. I almost wrote 2016, so maybe you're someone who did one of those 2016 trends. Maybe you're reminiscing about 2016. Black Beatles is popping up in my head. Oh, that's it. Why am I acting like I want to write more? Okay. So let me make sure that's center. Perfect. So this is your sigil. Go ahead, look at it, reminisce on it. Ooh, maybe you're reminiscing on something right now. But look at it, ruminate, think, ponder. You know, I auto draw these, so there's no rhyme or reason to any line, mark, I do or do not make. We can sit together, you can ask me questions, and like we can talk about it. But if anything, you know more about the sigil than I do, because if this is your sigil, then this is your reading, my dude. My dude. Ew. Someone watching some Mary-Kate and Ashley, some Full House reruns or something like that. I don't know why that specifically put me in the mindset of that. But let's see what your card is. Let's go ahead and prop it up here. And let's look at your card. Three of Pumpkins, also known as the Three of Pentacles. This is help, this is assistance, this is communicative works coming together to make something greater than its parts. And that's really sliding into what these dark masculine energies really want to share with you all. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take a step back, and I'm just gonna read the letter that they channeled for you guys. So go ahead, take a seat. Ooh, DJ, I'm sorry. Oh, he said I can lean it against him. Lean on me when you're not strong. I've been channeling that song for a little bit, and that me channeling Lean on Me as this Three of Pumpkins comes out, and it's a lot of masculine, paternal, transformative death energy that's coming through. They wanted me to use the Halloween deck, which is cute, but not really spooky. It is spooky if you know, like, the pieces of it, because, you know, Halloween in itself is spooky on its own, but it's actually not. It's about getting together and family, both here and beyond. It's a whole thing in connecting. So let's just go ahead and get into your letter. As the old tired phoenix is consumed in the ashes and engulfed by flame, it is not far-fetched to assume that the surrendering creature does feel pain. While they may not remember every detail or date, they do feel the licks of fire inspired by the day-to-day actions and activities that they must and have lived through. In accepting to undertake a great transformation, you sign up also to undergo and feel not only the greatest victories of transformation, but also the intense pain that comes with rebirth. We do not come to ask you to be strong. If you're here, then you are already that. We come to ask that you feel that you undertake this next battle with the same seriousness that you've taken most of your battles. Your emotions and how you feel are a great part of you. Warrior. And they said like a bunch of different forms of the word warrior, so I just consolidated it to warrior. To become complete is to understand the yin parts of you as well as you do the yang, and vice versa. This is not an easy feat, for if it was, you would not be struggling, nor would you need guidance. You have support. Lean on it as you prepare to take your steps into the fire to burn away the old you and rise anew. Signed, your deathly friends on the other side. I got friends on the other side. Some of these, I'm just going to call them deathly, ooh, my ears are ringing. Some deathly masculine presences are ancestors and other guides, not necessarily deities. It is someone linked to the purview of death and transformation. Wow. That, I've written that letter days ago. I channeled that letter days ago. So I love when things come together and they sync up. And this Three of Pumpkins being the card that's under your sigil, a card that's about like accepting help and working with the community. Crows are coming through. That's about coming together and working with the community, aligns with something that I wrote days ago that I forgot about. Ooh. We have the Emperor, the Three of Imps, Temperance, and the Three of Ghosts. I'm not going to take these because these just kind of fell out, but I am going to just go ahead and let you all see it. This is that masculine presence. This is that stability. Usually people see Four of Imps and they're like, oh, it's a wedding. This is a party. It's a get together. Sometimes it's a wedding, but it's a party. It's a get together. It's a celebration of some sorts. For some people, this is the celebration of like even a birth, of just a creation. In your sigil, you have a house just kind of on there. You see the weather vanes, all that stuff. Maybe a year of the rooster is significant to you. Maybe roosters are significant to you. Maybe weather vanes and wind is significant to you. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see these because, again, that's that intense masculine presence coming through. And this is Frankenstein. Frankenstein is the Emperor in this deck, and I think that that's very fun for us to represent this kind of like death energy. Because if you all know, everyone's like, oh, that's not Frankenstein, that's Frankenstein's monster. Shush it. You're doing too much. But he's here just chilling. I'm just going to call him Sig. Siggy is here, and he is just chilling and relaxing, but he is death. He is a conglomerate of multiple individuals coming together. So I think that that's a fun representation. We've got all these death-related masculines coming forth. They're cooking something up for you, or they're helping you cook. There's a lot of assistance. There's a lot of getting together. You got the Three of Ghosts here as well. That's Three of Cups. That's coming together in celebration. So this is coming together to work. This is coming together in celebration. They're asking you to let them guide you. They're asking you to allow them literally to lead, to hold your hand, to show you how to read the blueprint. You have everything you need, and they just want to show you how. Ooh, this deck does not want to talk to us anymore. It told us everything we want to know. I use these as my like end cards. So let's see what's on the bottom of this, and we'll take it. Page of Pumpkins. They want you to step into your student energy. A lot of pumpkins as well. So that's pentacles, that's earth, that's very grounded, that's very here. They just really want you to step into your student. They really want you to glean. They want you to lean on them. That's really the biggest overcoming theme. They're not being very glitzy. They're not being very shiny about it. They're to the point. They're like, no, we want them to lean on us. They want you all to glean from them. So, you know, I don't want this reading to be super short, but it feels like they didn't have this huge grandiose thing. They just want to talk to you, to comfort you, to let you know that it's gonna be okay. And it'll be even more okay when you express yourself, when you let those feelings flow. I think they're coming through because, again, that yang, that more of the mind, that more air, that more fire energy is here. And you're looking for a balance. Going back to that temperance, that's like alchemy, that's chemistry for those of you that are into chemistry. I'm here specifically rudimentary. They want to bring you back. They want you to go back to student. You're so far ahead and you understand so much that you're to the point that very simple concepts kind of mess you up because you're so used to thinking up high that when it's time to come down low to some thoughts, that maybe it evades you. And it's frustrating because they want me to flip this. They want you to have a blessed day. Oh, they said you're going to be fine. I guess this is going to be a channel. But they want... Well, no, they're acknowledging that when you're up so high and you understand so much, sometimes when it's time to do the more simpler concepts, it's a little difficult. And the more difficult part about that is how you beat yourself up. Like, I'll use me for an example. When I was doing a calculus class for fun, when I was doing a calculus class, we had solved this huge question. It was so amazing. And we were down to like the last few stages, and literally we were down to multiplication and addition, and all of our brains froze, including the professor. And we all had like a little moment and we laughed because that's when we actually had to pull out our calculators. Prior to that, we weren't really using our calculators for much. And a lot of the things that we were using our calculators for were the very small, simple things that we had already grasped, because if we didn't grasp those concepts, we wouldn't understand Fibonacci sequences and derivatives and things like that and how that works. Like we wouldn't have been able to grasp those. Oh, sorry, DJ. We wouldn't have been able to grasp those concepts had we not had our fundamentals down already within us. We have that knowledge, we have that information, but sometimes, because you're working with such huge, big concepts, you do need to lean on a little bit of help and assistance. In this case, it was a calculator, but in the case of you guys, what's being asked, it's the divine. I'm just gonna shadow handy, the divine, whoever you subscribe to, is asking for you to lean on them. Let them be your calculator. You're doing all this big, amazing stuff when you're sitting there and you're analyzing what just happened to you. You're like, okay, XYZ happened and it was all this, and you're putting out all these like huge terminologies, and you're like, oh, we're ascending beyond and we're understanding, and we're all just different individuals and different humans, and we're just expressions of ourselves in difference. We are all one. And they're like, yay, that's great. Keep thinking that. But also you need to remember that some people are just cunts. Sometimes we don't have to get deep and intrinsic when it comes to analyzing some of our emotions. Some of that is just looking at it and acknowledging it. Like, that's what I'm getting a lot of. They want to help you to acknowledge the root of it, the simplest pieces of it. Like, yeah, it's cool, you know, the scientific name of that tree, but that you know the scientific name of that tree, and you know the ecology of that tree and how it hangs out and how it works. But like, if you're not watering the tree, it kind of doesn't matter. Or I'll even say this: knowing the name of the tree doesn't change how you care for it. Or something like that. There's someone here where it's like, maybe you think that because you don't know every single detail means that you are not fit to do what you do. Everything, pretty much everything in today has existed. It just maybe didn't have a name. It's kind of thing of, just because someone doesn't, I'm getting told this specific example, just because someone doesn't know the term gaslighting doesn't mean that they themselves do not gaslight. Or the same thing, just because someone doesn't know what a good Samaritan is, doesn't mean they themselves are not a good Samaritan. Like, you don't have to know the definition of you don't have to know the academics of something to understand it. That's for somebody. They want you to banish a curse. I think that's it. They want you to banish that curse of the mind, the curse that the things that you don't know are weakness, that where you are now, you should be privy to a level of knowledge that you're just beating yourself up. They want you to go back to being a student. They're like, yes, you are a wise sage and you are a teacher, but even in being that, there's still much to learn. In order to grow, in order to continue to transform, you have to be willing to take in new information, to look at new perspectives. Anything that is not growing is dead. Anything that is not growing is not alive. It has no, like for my rock. I love this rock. It's such a cute, wonderful rock. But I don't have to feed this rock. It's not going to move. This rock is going to stay exactly like this for as long as forever. Yeah, there might be some erosion. Yeah, if I set it outside, it might get chipped away at, but that's it. It's not growing. It only loses. The opposite of growth is decay. You're either advancing or breaking down. That's for someone. You're learning more. The pain is pruning. Don't be mad at the gardener. You're the gardener. You're doing a great job, kid. Learn the truth. You are the truth. I'm hearing you the truth. You the truth, baby. Yeah, Glow. You the truth. You the truth out here. Maybe you need to go listen to Yeah, Glow. Something inspirational. Something that'll really get you going. But I feel this is what the Death Daddios really want you to know. They are like, hey, we see your struggle. We see your pain. We're not here to tell you to be strong. We're not here to tell you to keep growing. You're already doing that. We're here to let you know we're here to help you, that there is a system. The Scorpio will not go away. I have to move this card. We're here. I'm going to move it now. I'm going to shuffle and change these now. Because it's all the zodiacs, but Scorpio's just always in the front. Here, I'll give you guys some zodiacs too. But they see you and they're not asking you to be more. If anything, they're asking you to be a little less, actually. The things that are in your life to make your life easier, it's not a challenge, it's not a trick. Like, so I'm being asked to share. So one of the things that I do for self-care, it's very small, is I preheat my bed. Which is I have a heated blanket. I turn it on. It's like kind of on top. Don't put your heated blanket under thousands of things. It's not good to have that much electrical wiring suppressed that much. But I turn my little heated blanket on and I walk away. I have a 4-hour automatic timer, so it turns off automatically on its own after 4 hours. But I'll just, click it on, walk away, do what I need to do. And then when it's time for me to lay down, go to bed, do XYZ, I lift it up and it just is amazing and it's simple and it's something that I've had heated blankets for years, but I was like, why would I preheat my bed? That's so silly. Okay, why not? Why not love yourself? Why not take care of yourself? Why not do something small? So it could be something as small as that. You have everything you need to be great. You just might not realize what you have, or maybe you're so far removed from it, not in like a bad way, but in a you have advanced so much. It's sometime like going back to my math going back to my math analogy where, yeah, of course I know how to do simple addition, but if I just spent the last 2 hours, this was one of those long calc class, by the way. If I just spent the last 2 hours doing all this high level intense math, my brain isn't even thinking about addition and subtraction. That it's beneath my brain at that point. It's still necessary. It's still something that I need to have done in order for me to finish it. But my brain's so high up, it's going to take a second for it to come down, which is why I had to lean on my calculator so I didn't have to go do a full decompress first so my brain could come back. I think it's also about not overstressing yourself. You have enough stressors. You have enough struggle. transformation is pain. You are a phoenix that has surrendered to the fire. You're gonna feel something. Let's see what you got. It said I'm here, but this is the correct Scorpio. What's on the bottom? Virgo. So this is the correct Scorpio. I have a miswritten card where that's so funny that Virgo is on the bottom, because in my incorrect Scorpio there's a 6. Here, I'd accidentally written the cards wrong. So Scorpio is significant, that 8, that infinity, that transformation. This has scorpionic energy. And then I'm gonna let you have Virgo. Virgo is the mundane, the day-to-day, the small functions that are needed to keep things going, such as eating, washing, and caring for yourself. I think we can end it there. I want to say thank you to all the Death Daddios that came by to share a little message for you guys. That channeled letter was pretty fun, pretty intense. I hope that you got what you needed. You got everything you came for. I'm gonna go ahead and dust you off. Thank you for coming by the tent with me. Maybe you just took a shower. Maybe you're about to take a shower. Maybe you're listening to this in the shower. Ooh, schmecksy. I'm sorry. Let me stop. There's a lot of red, masculine, fun energy out of here. And when things get too red, and a little peek behind the curtain, when things get a little too red, you know what? I'm chilling it. I'm gonna let y'all go. It was so nice to talk to you all. Bye. Red, flirty, pink energy. I swear. Anyway. Oh, I'm trying to burp. Oh my gosh. I gotta get more professional.